What's up, fuckers? Okay, so I'm just recording this video. It's the evening of the latest leak from GW about the World Eaters White Dwarf supplement that's coming out in about a week's time, give or take. And I wanted to, say something about it as a World Eaters channel. Unfortunately, this news dropped on a day where I was going to work, and I'm actually flying out to Atlantic City tomorrow morning for the ACO, so I've actually got to get to bed pretty soon to get any kind of sleep for that. But I wanted to put something out there just to kind of touch base, because I've seen, looking through like Reddit posts and in Facebook groups and Discords and stuff, a bit of despondency and people being upset, which I thoroughly understand and to a point agree with. This looks like approximately the third reprint of the same rules, at least from the information we've got today, or probably yesterday when you're watching this, from Psychic Awakening, Faith and Fury, where we got our sort of bespoke stratagems and more depth to our stuff like relics and warlord traits and stuff, and then it was reprinted again in one of the Warzone, I think it was the Book of Fire book. I didn't buy it because I refused to, and it looks like we're getting very similar things again with the White Dwarf, but okay, so let's get some of the information out there first. First off, big thanks to Tibbles in our Discord, who did the real CSI forensic work, checking out the kind of grainy imagery on warcom and really sort of figuring out what everything was. And for the most part, it looks like all the warlord traits are pretty much word for word what we already have. It's possible that True Berserker now halves all damage rather than just damage in melee, but we're not 100% sure. But it looks like Violent Urgency, Slaughterborn, Battle Lust, Disciple of Khorne, they all look to be pretty much word for word what we already have. Okay, fine, whatever. Our Legion trait, the Butcher's Nails, looks like it's basically Hateful Assault now, so +1 attack if you are charged, or if you perform a heroic intervention, which is an improvement over the current Butcher's Nails, of course, because that's just 1 attack in the charge phase if you charged. So we would lose it on our second activation with Berserkers, for example. And also that if we are fully World Eaters, in a fully World Eaters army or detachment, Berserkers become troops, and presumably with the objective secured ability as well. So they get round the rule of 3 and hopefully retain OBSEC for World Eaters. In other legions, they'll still be elites, I'm guessing. So, that's something. So really, it doesn't look like a big change so far. Now, the warcom article does say, and I should have had this ready, but like I said, I literally just walked in from work and was just going over in my head on the drive home what I need to say. I believe it says there's 7 pages. On top of the icon, it doesn't say. 8 pages of lore, 6 pages of rules, and a short story. Okay, so 6 pages of rules. We've got 2 pages released here. I would imagine 1 page for Khorne, 1 page for Berserkers, which leaves 2 more pages. We still need stratagems and relics, which would indicate probably 1 page of each there. So, okay. We can expect, we will be getting updated, like new data sheets for Khorne and the Berserkers. They have to. There is no doubt in my mind that we'll be getting new stuff. I don't know whether they'll be good or not. I think so. I think an improvement. Dara and I have talked about what we predict, what we expect, kind of some vague leaks that happened a month or 2 ago. We had a live stream where we talked about that. I don't know if we're right, but we'll find out soon, I'm sure. So we will be getting a glow up of sorts. We'll be getting 2 wounds, okay? We kind of believe that we're losing fight twice, at least on the Berserkers. Probably getting more attacks. If the leaks from Bolt and Chainsword are true, then extra AP and things like that from the icon and Mark of Khorne should give us an extra strength. So I think our Berserkers and Khorne will actually be pretty tasty in combat. I believe one of the leaks we heard was Khorne's Gorechild going to 2 damage, which is better than D3. It's not great, but you know what? We don't know yet. We haven't seen those data sheets, but I think there'll be improvements. The relics, I'm going to guess, are very similar to what we currently have. Maybe some tweaks in there. Hopefully a couple of them get improvements, because some of them are really quite useless, and I've never even considered taking them. So, you know, we could hopefully see a bit of improvement there. Stratagems will have to change. Certainly Stoke the Nails has to change, because I would almost guarantee we're losing Death to the False Emperor. Which would make sense, because the first iteration of Death to the False Emperor was fluffy, but not a great competitive rule, and not a great rule together, because you were paying a premium for a rule that was useless against Xenos armies, for instance, or other Chaos armies. The improved version is a very good rule, but just the title alone, Death to the False Emperor, and I believe it's we know that the new Chaos Space Marine Legion super doctrine thing, whatever you want to call it, is going to be Let the Galaxy Burn, I believe. So I imagine that is the replacement for Death to the False Emperor. I assume we get that because we'll be using core unit or units from the main Chaos Space Marine Codex. So Stoke the Nails is going to have to change, because we're losing Death to the False Emperor. If the rumours about doctrine-like things like Wanton Slaughter and Massacre and whatever the phases were called, I would hope, I was actually chatting to Dara about this, I would hope that Stoke the Nails allows us to enter the, you know, melee doctrine, you know, in any turn, even if it's just on one unit or something like that. I anticipate some other slight changes to some of our strats if we get to keep Wild Fury, and the rumours about the Icon of Wrath are true, and the rumours about Accursed Blades or Accursed Chain Blades or whatever it is. Our Berserkers might be getting some tasty AP in combat, like AP3, AP4 is potentially possible with, you know, some stratagem stacks and things like that. So yes, this isn't ideal as a reprint, but I think we need to remain a little bit positive. Okay, I don't want us to become typical Chaos fans, right? I don't want us to just dive into saltiness and being angry at everything, although that is kind of what we do here, right? But yes, okay, it's shitty that it's a reprint. You know, the fact that it is a reprint is bullshit. And no real major changes to certainly our Warlord traits. And our Legion trait, okay, it's fine, it's +1 attack, and it will affect everything if we're reading it correctly. So our Land Raiders will get +1 attack if we're taking them. But you know, Leviathan Dreadnoughts will be getting the +1 attack, because, you know, obviously they lost the Hellbrute keyword, so weren't able to get it. So I don't know. But overall, it doesn't look great, but it is only a small part of a supplement, and we will get access to at least some stuff, you know, data sheets from the Codex, and potentially, you know, stratagems and things that are dedicated to Mark of Khorne or things like that. We just don't know yet. But I don't want everyone to get really upset, because the main point, and I can't remember who it was, one of our Discord members made a point that really got me, kind of clicked with me. You know, we've been playing this Codex for 4 years, maybe up to 5 years now. And, you know, we've got used to it. We've got good at it. We maybe not winning tournaments with it and stuff, but I'd warrant that most Chaos Space Marine, dedicated Chaos Space Marine players, really know our Codex, right? We really know how our army functions. We know how the jigsaw fits together. We know how to trade in our units to deal with certain metas and stuff. We may not be able to deal with them effectively, but we deal with them as best as we can with the tools we have. So these things not actually changing, but we presumably get quite a large glow up with our data sheets. We're hitting the ground running, okay? We're not having this huge revolution where we just suddenly have to learn all these new rules. There's going to be new mechanics like core and things like that change. Okay, we are going to have to learn new things. But if our stratagems and our warlord traits and our relics and things like that just have subtle changes, we already have the strategies in our mind. We already kind of know what we're supposed to do with this army. And, you know, something we've talked about a lot in our Discord, and Darren and I have talked about on streams and just chatting to each other. World Eaters is a lot of fun, and I'd warrant most Chaos Space Marine players playing their factions think their army is a lot of fun. Underpowered in the current meta, yes, but with data sheets getting improved, the 2 wounds, okay, the extra leadership, fine, extra attacks, but these things will start to add up. Assuming the points are right, we're going to start being able to truly compete, I think we're going to actually have play, even if it doesn't feel like a massive revolutionary change, right? Just because we're not getting some unique, bespoke, like chaotic version of doctrines that's truly different to what loyalist Marines have. I think we need to remain a bit more positive, because again, we've only seen 2 blurry pages of 6 pages of rules, and even if all 6 pages are variations of a theme, okay, this is still a supplement until we get a full codex. We, the World Eaters, are getting a full codex at some point. It might be 6 months, might be a year, might be with 10th edition. We don't know, but it is coming. So don't be despondent. We're getting something. It's breadcrumbs, but it's something. You know, we're not owed this, you know, as much as that sucks. It's nice that we're getting it. It's ridiculous that it's so late in the day, and we could discuss, and I would happily discuss for hours about how it's a bunch of bullshit, but we are, you know, GW has their reasons, they have their challenges, whatever. There's nothing we can do. We can, if you really don't like it, I mean, the White Dwarf, I'm sure, will be posted all over the place, so you can see it, and if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. You know, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I'm looking forward to it. I did have some kind of complaining moments, some saltiness when I woke up today and saw it, and if you're in the Discord, you saw, it's going to happen. We all get a bit upset by things, but I want us to focus on the positives. I want us to keep the hype up, because we're getting stuff. You know, it's something. And again, even if this supplement isn't all that we dreamed it would be, a codex is coming specifically for us. We're going to be as on the same level as Death Guard and Thousand Suns. I don't know what our unit rosters, our unique unit roster will look like and things like that, but we will have stuff. I'm expecting something along the lines of Death Guard in new models and things like that, different warband rules and things like that. So don't lose hope, okay? Yes, there's bad here. It's a reprint. It's very similar to stuff we've been playing with for, 4 years or whatever it is. But it is something, and it means we can just slide right in with it and start butchering people, okay? Those matches we were previously having a real hard time against, whether it was Eldar or Tyranids or Custodies or even other Marines or whatever, we're going to suddenly find when we put our models down on the tabletop that, shit, okay, you just smited me and I lost 1 Marine instead of 3. Alright, so we got some shit to do now. We give it a try. Wait till it drops, play some games with it, okay? Don't blow up the internet complaining. The world's got enough shit in it right now. We don't need to add to it, right? But a little bit of venting here and there is okay. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of put my thoughts out there on this. I want us to stay positive as a community, especially those of you who are like engaged with the Red Path in our Discord and on Instagram and things like that. That's something Darren and I feel strongly about, is trying to stay positive and, being good in the community and making sure we're not, making everyone feel doom and gloom and, pissing on people and stuff. So, yeah, remain realistic. I'm not telling you to, be fake about stuff, but try and look on the bright side. So yeah, I'm going to cut it off there because I'm going to try and get some sleep. So yeah, I'll catch you all later. I will be trying to do hopefully some like guerrilla updates from the ACO depending on how timing works, just from my cell phone, probably upload them as YouTube shorts or something like that, I don't know. And I think Dara's planning on uploading a hobby video this weekend, but if content's a little bit sparse over the next few days, that's why. I'm out of town and it's a bit hard to record, but yeah. Alright everyone, until next time, stay healthy, stay safe and kill main bird.